says. Where's my script?
Okay, I found my script. Let's see. Ow, God. Oh, here we go. Hey, so 1 year ago today, February 13th,
I uploaded my first video to this channel.
in the year that followed, you know what went down in 2021. But in terms of my career, let's just say I've made
Some progress.
In this video, I want to go over how far I've come in the past year and recap my progress. Coke is better. I'm a victim of circumstance. In late 2019, I was doom scrolling on YouTube, as you do, browsing my quite ironically productivity video-filled feed, mostly with Thomas Frank and the like. I don't remember what video it was, but I came across one of Matt D'Avella's videos and I was instantly drawn to his body. I mean, his style, his style. At the time, I wasn't super into filmmaking or anything like that, so I was mostly just attracted to his lifestyle. As such, I immediately got rid of all my shit, pared down what really mattered to me, and started my first couple of 30-day experiments. At this point, I had already been making videos for the Tomorrow Project, which is an old channel that I've all but abandoned by this point. But in my head, if I started my own personal channel, then I could practice and hone my skills over there without looking like an absolute shit. I had no idea where that would eventually lead. Having already watched probably all of Matt's videos to date, I was definitely in a Matt D'Avella type mindset, so my first video was very D'Avella-ish. And I still had no idea how to color grade. There are people outside my window. It's very distracting. I enjoyed making this style of video a lot more than I thought I would, so I soon followed it up with one of my 30-day experiments, getting rid of my bed for 30 days. I made 2 separate videos for this, and neither of them were that great. I should have consolidated them. It just, yeah, long story short, they weren't my best work. Fun fact though, I do still sleep on the floor every time I go home from college for break. Next up, however, was one of my most game-changing videos, how I pack as a minimalist. I was packing for a trip up to Michigan, which is where I fell in love with photography and photo editing. And I mean, this is largely a photography channel, so that was a pretty big deal. It was also the first video where I did a top-down shot, and I didn't have a boom rod. In fact, I actually got my first one just today. But because I didn't have a boom rod, I had to get really creative with how to get that shot, and that sort of mindset of how do I, make do with what I have has definitely carried over across this time, and it's definitely saved me some money on gear. Then came the epic coffee montage. This was another game changer since it got me started making shorter commercial-like films that let me focus on really detailed and polished edits, which of course made me much better editing and making animations. They're also so much fun to make. Then there was that time I opened up about my feelings. That actually was an important moment though, because it's when I really acknowledged publicly that engineering wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. So I definitely wasn't serious about YouTube until that time. Then Matt was dethroned, temporarily, as my favorite YouTuber. I found Benny Productions, and over time I really started to like his style, eventually adopting it for my own channel, but it just wasn't me. Still, Benny's Discord server led to a lot of really important connections, but I will get to that later in the video. Learning curve. Okay, so I have a shit ton of hobbies, and I've never thought that I would be able to monetize any of them. And then I had this brilliant idea. I love learning new hobbies. Why not document the process, upload it to YouTube, make some money that way? While I still really like the idea, it's just making my life a lot harder than it needs to be. Normally I'd be completely obsessed about those new hobbies, but I found that with Blender VSE, as soon as I try to document it, I just don't get wrapped up in the process as much as I used to, and so I don't enjoy it as much. Unfortunately, you guys seemed to really like it. It's my most viewed video. Not gonna lie, the plan is to finish this season and do maybe 1 new season a year. Maybe just algorithm. Why, man? Why? By the way, guys, anytime I upload a GIMP because I'm bored, I'm not actually bored, I'm just too lazy to make a good video that week. After moving away from Matt's style and towards Benny's, I finally decided to make my own take on all of them. I really like Matt's down-to-earth but still polished and professional vibe. And I also really like Peter McKinnon's more chaotic, rustic style. And my subscribers know how much I love that glitch theme from Benny. And we can't forget my fucked up sense of humor.
No, don't do it.
Animal brutality. Hence the recent rebranding of my channel, and I'm really liking it, because it feels way more like me, but I still get to incorporate my favorite elements from all my mentors, so I'm loving the new style. Okay, here's the biggest change. When I started out, I was winging it in every video. I went from that to loosely scripting every video, to strictly scripting every video, to now. Most of my videos now are somewhat scripted, but the biggest change is that I have been organizing all of it in advance. One of my other mentors, Nicholas Crystal, has this amazing creative Notion workflow that's completely changed my game. Notion's amazing, by the way. I cannot believe it took me this long to start using it. Not sponsored, it's really good. If you have also been a stick in the mud about Notion, then you're as dumb as I was. Just use Notion, it's amazing. Now I script, outline, shot list, plan, research, everything, all of my videos in the same place, and I think it's probably safe to say it's doubled the quality of my videos, just single-handedly. I also now have much more equipment. When I started out, I had my phone on this tiny little tripod, whereas now I have tripods, studio lights, an incredible camera with 2 lenses, a much more powerful editing computer, basically a lot of new stuff. I'm just reading my script right now because it's on a tripod right in front of my face and I can. I really want to see the difference that these investments can have on my videos. So to celebrate my first year on YouTube, this coming Monday, I'm going to upload my daily college routine in honor of my first video, my daily online school routine. No, was it daily online school routine or my online school routine? You know, because it's on the screen right now, isn't it? I don't have a screen. I do have a screen, actually. It's right there. Hi, me. I actually don't expect the gear to make that much of a difference. I already have the video outlined, shot listed, scripted, all of that. I think that the most difference will be found in the organization, but we'll see. In this past year, I've gone from doing YouTube as a hobby to actually wanting to do it full time and doing weekly uploads. 8-week streak, by the way. I met a bunch of other filmmakers at roughly my skill level through that Discord server I mentioned, and with them, I've started the biggest project of my life, a documentary. Thanks to which I now officially call myself a filmmaker. Now we are looking for more people to join us in this documentary through the Maker's Lens, filmmaking around the world. It's about what filmmaking means to us and how we go about it in our corner of the world. It's a global thing, we've got people in lots of different countries, but still, we need more. If you're a filmmaker, photographer, artist, composer, whatever, at roughly our skill level and you want to help make this, you'll probably be starring in it with like 4 or 5 other people or so. Leave a comment down below, or you can DM us on our Instagram. I'll put the link for that in the description. So in conclusion, after just 1 year, I've started a fucking documentary, a podcast, I've started doing some freelance work, consistent uploads, learning more every week, all in just 1 year. But hang on, career is important, yes, but what's a lot more important is remembering what's really valuable to you. I know I've been distracted from that for honestly most of my life, but now recently I've realized that what really matters to me is family, legacy, and honestly the type of man I choose to be. The feelings again. Everyone's idea of what's innately important in life is different, but that's mine, and I think it's really important that we not lose sight of that. In fact, this year in review has already helped me to take a step back and not only appreciate how far I've come, but also to get some mental clarity in the midst of all these constant stream of newer and bigger projects, letting me focus more on the things that I've decided are most important. But don't worry, I'm not taking a break anytime soon. This way. Documentary, I've started a fucking podcast. Hang on, the fucking is in the wrong spot. I really hope that's enough.